Hello, growers. Say goodbye to heavy sandbags and hello to modern growers' quick hoops low tunnels. Protect your plants from pests, wind, rain, and frost without the hassle of sandbags or flimsy hoops. Our patented design eliminates the need for clamps and ropes, while the unique wire system keeps covers secure yet easily accessible. Tested in the strong winds of New Zealand for over 20 years, quick hoops are light, strong, portable, and versatile. Most importantly, they're designed for field use. These aren't some lightweight system that only looks great in a greenhouse. Our hoops are designed to last in harsh field conditions. Use them with any covering to grow year-round and safeguard your crops. Shade cloth, frost blanket, insect net, clear poly, no problem. Quick Hoops can handle them. Get Quick Hoops today at shop.moderngrower.co and protect your crops for years to come.
In a world that doesn't have crop insurance like big ag, it's diversity, which is your crop insurance. Because if you're a big ag producer in the U.S., it's corn and soy. You have one shot every year to make that income. One planting. And it either works or it doesn't. And if nature hits, you're SOL. You better have the insurance. Where with a market farmer, I think this emphasizes why this model has this inherent built-in resiliency and how it's important. You have multiple levels of diversity. One, you're multiple crops. So you can't get the income death blow that ever takes you out for a season. You might have a gap in income. One crop's taken out until the next succession comes on. So you have this diversity of crops that can all probably handle different types of weather to different degrees within reason. And then within each crop, you most likely have successions outside of maybe something like tomatoes. But field crops like lettuce, you could have a lettuce crop in the field ready to harvest and it gets destroyed in a storm. You might have an earlier succession that just got transplanted or direct seeded that's unaffected. You might have transplants in the nursery that's unaffected. So it's just that importance of stacking crops, diversity that builds the resiliency into the model. So for people who think, oh yeah, like tomatoes are the main cash crop or whatever, this is the risk inherently of going with one crop, one rotation. You have one shot. If something goes wrong, it's over. But with this diversified model, you inherently have multiple bites at the apple, and in one freak storm can't take you out. Now, a sustained drought, a sustained heat wave, a sustained cold wave can obviously really affect things. That's a lot harder to protect yourself from. But these unique weather events, rainstorms, hurricanes, cyclones, fires, hail, that is protected, or your farm is protected a little bit by that diversity of crops and diversity of successions within those crops that you do have.
I think that's great. Yeah, I'm totally with you there. I think that whole optionality thing too, and that's something we really lean on really hard. And communication as well. The day before the storm, I rang all my restaurants and I said, look, we're not going to have Maluna all week. I'm harvesting everything we've got right now. And they know it's good for 10 days. So they ordered basically the next 3 deliveries ahead. So I got it all out the field, and the communication is key. I can't just ring them the day after the storm and go, oh dude, there's a storm and we got smoked. They're going to go elsewhere. So I basically told them what was on offer, what was happening, and they just ordered for the next 3 deliveries. And I said, I'll be able to give you an ETA on when our next successions are on. So it worked out. We had 6 days without mustard, baby Mizuno. I'm intrigued that the baby stuff can handle these weather events. It's when things are perfect and ready to harvest that they're more susceptible. And so a couple of things here I'd like to throw out there is you better to harvest it and have it in your chiller than to leave it in the field for it to get torched. And then another conversation, but looking on the other side of it, I'm realizing over the years that the part of the business that is essential that I run is the correlation between our fridge space and what we harvest from the field. And I'm really big that if your sales drop for a reason, like we just had a really hot and cold summer in terms of sales. Summer's not our peak sales time. It's good, but as soon as summer's over, so we're now first day of fall or autumn, our retail has really lifted in the last 3 weeks. And I'm delivering this week, three days of the week just because our fridges are hammered. So where I'm heading here is if you've got surplus, for us, you're better to leave it in the field. If you harvest it, added value it by washing, packaging and delivering it for it not to sell, that's a huge cost. You've got all of that added value cost that then affects your bottom line. And so I'm seeing a real strong relationship between our fridges, and because I'm the delivery guy and I stock and rotate everything, as soon as I see the images of my fridges or I'm on delivery, I know what the next 3-4 days is going to look like on the farm. I can read the pattern and I can see how can we increase our volumes on, say, salad, and that might just be doubling up on micros, pea shoots, or drilling more Mizuna. The good thing about this storm is that it happened in summer when like Mizuna's, it's starting to slow down, but it's about 20 days, so we can bounce back super quick. The storm 5 years ago, exactly the same thing, but it was in July, dead of winter. At that time of the year for us, it takes 7.5 weeks to grow a lettuce transplant and 7.5 weeks to get a cut off it. And it's like forever. Whereas we can do baby mustard direct seeded indoors in about 32 days in the dead of winter. So I think the fast crops as part of your business model are your get out of jail card.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Modern Grower is your source for time and labor-saving farm tools, such as the Paper Pot Transplanter, Quick Click Seeder, and the Jang Direct Seeder. Turn laborsome tasks into free time with tools by Modern Grower.